The Pit of Hell, Part 1. Believing versus unbelieving Christians. This is the true account of Thomas Chu, author of Heaven is So Real, detailing her journey through heaven and hell. The Pit of Hell. The Lord led me to a different place outside the gates of the kingdom. We continued walking up a mountain, and as we climbed higher, the path became increasingly rugged and uneven. We walked along this narrow path for a long time, and eventually it led us into a dark tunnel. As we emerged from the other end of the tunnel, I realized we had climbed to an even higher mountain peak. I found it rather strange that there would be such a dark tunnel in a winding, rugged road in heaven. When we reached the summit, I saw the layers of mountain ridges. From the mountaintop, I could see black smoke rising from a deep pit below. It looked somewhat like a volcanic crater. Inside, flames burned countless people, charring them black. They screamed and wailed in agony, pain that only those severely burned could comprehend. The people were naked, bald and crowded together, writhing like worms. Flames constantly consumed their bodies, and those confined in the pit could not escape. The walls were too high, and scorching coals were all around. Even if the Lord hadn't told me what this was, I knew I was standing at the edge of hell. The sight was even more horrifying than described in the Bible. The sea gave up the dead that were in it, and death and Hades gave up the dead that were in them, and each person was judged according to what he had done. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. The lake of fire is the second death. If anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire. Throughout the Gospels and the book of Revelation, Jesus carefully warns us about the terrors of hell. In hell, flames would erupt unexpectedly from all directions. When people moved away, thinking they were safe, another burst of fire would consume them. These unfortunate victims of sin never had a moment's rest, condemned to eternally flee the flames of hell, yet unable to escape being burned. I asked, "Who are these people?"
My daughter, these are the ones who do not know me.
There was sadness in his voice. I could see that the Lord took no pleasure in showing me this scene. It deeply grieved him. I realized that he had no control over the fate of those who willfully rejected him. They were doomed to be tormented, endlessly suffering in the pit. I understood then that I had two important messages to share. One is that heaven is real. The other is that hell is just as real. I knew many people did not believe in either place. It became my mission to reveal the reality of life after death to them. I thought of my parents, and I became deeply concerned about their eternal destiny. I asked, "Lord, what about my parents? I know they aren't saved, but they're good people."
I'm sorry, daughter. I can do nothing for those who do not know me.
The Lord said sorrowfully. The weight of his words pierced my heart. It dawned on me that my mother and father must be among those doomed to perish in the pit of hell. As the Lord showed me this vision, tears streamed down my face. He gently patted my head and took me back through the dark tunnel. Emerging from the other side, we walked along another rugged path leading far away to the edge of the pit of hell. This mountainous road passed many tall trees and massive rocks. When we reached the peak, I looked down into a desolate valley. Everything was brown and lifeless, as if covered in dead grass. I noticed many people wearing sand-colored robes, wandering aimlessly near the wide, open pit of hell. Their heads hung low, and they appeared hopeless and dejected. I asked, "Lord, who are these people?"
They are the disobedient Christians.
He replied. "How long will they remain in this barren, lifeless place?" I asked.
forever. My daughter, only those who are pure in heart, my obedient children, can enter my kingdom.
He explained. He continued.
Many people call themselves Christians, but do not follow my words. Some think attending church once a week is enough. They never read my word. They chase after the things of this world. Even those who understand my word never set their hearts on me.
God's plan and purpose became clearer in my mind. I recalled that Jesus had warned, "It is difficult to enter his kingdom." Now I began to grasp its meaning. He explained,
Daughter, my word says it is hard to enter the kingdom of heaven. But very few people truly believe this and understand its significance. I am showing you these things so you can warn them.
To emphasize the importance of his message, the Lord brought me back to the beautiful mansions I had seen earlier. As we approached these houses, I could see that the streets were paved with shining pure gold. Each castle was adorned with the finest jewels. Truly, the streets of heaven are made of pure gold. I eagerly anticipated entering one of the mansions, but the Lord stopped me, saying,
I will take you in later.
Though slightly disappointed, I felt incredibly honored to see the city where saints from all generations reside. Praise the Lord, and to God be all the glory. To learn more about the punishments in hell, click on this video. If you are watching this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to us and press the tiny notification bell so you won't miss our latest videos.